You are listening to an Atomic Broadcasting production, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the feature presentation. And remember, do your part, such as like, comment, rate, and don't forget to tell a friend to tune in for an Atomic Time.
Now, where did we leave off? Ah, yes. During their rabbit hunt, Val and Zafir found Lena in the woods and sent her to meet her family in the tavern. Meanwhile, an enforcer brought food to Neros in her cell, and she attempted to charm him.
So, I have in front of me an Olive Garden chocolate, like those Andes mints from
Never
Olive
mind.
Garden.
I don't want to hear your story.
I kind of do.
He unwrapped it. I can see it.
You know, you have to eat it now.
I will.
Oh, please don't.
I will when somebody else is talking.
No, tell your story.
But what reminds...
Could be
Do we
like-
really want chewing sounds in the show?
Speak French while eating
It wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be our first time that our episodes featured Petite's mouth noises.
Oh, I'm not eating the chocolate. Tell your story, dang it.
So back when I was in college...
Oh, I remember this time.
Back when I was in college, there was a guy that I knew who was same major as me, actually same focus as me, went on a trip with this guy, and there became a meme as we went along this trip that this guy, let's call him George.
Jorge.
The meme was, George is the most attractive guy ever.
I want that meme to be
And
me.
the reason this happened was because it started when we got on the plane to leave for the trip. And the other guys, there were 4 of us total in the trip. And we all noticed that the female flight attendant was like acting differently around George. She was giving him more attention and speaking in a different tone of voice to him. When she left, we turned to him and was like, was she into you or something? And he just looks at us and he's like, this happens all the time.
It's like wow. So it's like you at a Wendy's.
Yeah,
Wait, what's this have
That's a different
that's
story.
a different story.
what's this have to do with the mint?
So at this point, we're like, does it really? And we start paying attention. And for the rest of the trip, like every time we meet some female of his age, it's like a 50-50 whether or not they're going to be obviously flirting with him. And eventually this builds up to the point where we go out to an Olive Garden for dinner. And when the meal is over, she brings the bill and everything. And she has the candies of like, hey, thanks for coming here. And there's, 2 candies for that guy, 2 candies for this guy, 2 candies for me. And then just a handful of candies. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I misremembered. It's literally a water cup filled with candies that she sets down in front of him.
Did he ask for that? Are you sure?
I don't think he even left the table to go to the bathroom. We were all there the whole time. So then she leaves and he looks at us and he's like, anybody want some candy?
I want a water cup full of Andes mints.
I hate those Andes mints, but like I also want a water cup full of Andes mints.
I hate you.
Oh,
now.
Good.
I don't like you
Good.
anymore.
I'm glad it's finally out.
Breaking.
All over a mint, guys. Come
All
on.
right, well, this will be my last episode. Sam's going to kick me out.
Wait, no,
Fire.
we like you. We'll send out Sam. Go
Wait.
to the fridge.
Maybe I can finish some scripts.
I kind of want to follow up with your story.
I think we all do, but I don't know where it's going to go. Is that...
You mean the Wendy's?
Yes, the Wendy's.
Okay.
I believe we've discussed this already.
I don't remember the Wendy's.
You weren't.
Have we not?
Were you
Sir,
there?
this
for
is
the
a
Wendy's?
Wendy's.
There.
Were you?
My question is,
Yeah,
do we
there
have
you
time
were.
for the
First.
Wendy's?
I'm halfway certain we may have already talked about this on mic.
You know what? Sam's right. Wendy's can wait another day.
Screw you, Wendy's, and your ever-changing prices.
I mean, most
Sir,
restaurants change
This
their
is an
prices.
actual play podcast.
Speaking of an actual play podcast, let's jump back into things. So right at the end of last episode, we had a really exciting cliffhanger where Neros had attempted to charm the enforcer that was giving her the dinner in the prison she was in. So we're going to pick things back up with Alward entering the miner's pit with his
We don't even get to resolve that.
We'll get back to it.
That's
We'll get
just
back to it.
rude.
Time sense. How many hours do I have until my meeting?
Depending on how quickly Ryquist gets here from after work, between an hour to an hour and a half.
I got so much waiting time. We'll grab that booth over there and wait for Lena, I guess. Maybe I'm gonna go cook some food while we wait, and I'm just gonna go off to the tavern kitchen.
As you walk past the bar, you look behind it and you see
What
What was
What
that?
is that?
Did your
Was that
cup
the
explode?
Pepsi can?
Can it?
Pepsi. It'll interrupt your recording.
Screw you,
Was
Pepsi.
that the Pepsi can spin?
Not sponsored.
Hello. I squeezed my Pepsi can a little hard and left a dent, but I didn't want to undo the dent because I was afraid it'd make a sound.
It had other plans.
And Pepsi said, "You
It's a
coward."
self-repairing Pepsi can.
It was all for naught, apparently.
Anyway,
So as you walk past the bar, you look behind it and you see the barkeep, a familiar figure to you since you used to live here, and he's bent over the floor and just like nailing a board down.
good. That would have been a tripping hazard as I just continued to walk back.
Oh. We're all board.
I'm gonna make some food while I wait because I don't want to deal with questions.
Just walk into the kitchen and make food.
I have done this at every tavern I've been to.
It's true.
It is a consistent thing.
And this one's used to it. So, Alward, what are you making?
I feel like I make too many stews. Give me a second.
Could make a chili.
Alward just pops in the back and makes a rabbit stew.
Oh, that.
I found this rabbit near the blackberries.
You know, chili is just stew with more steps. Basically,
It technically is a stew.
with more steps. Is cereal a soup?
Let's not even.
I'm going to make a dish from cured salmon with salt and sugar. I'm not going to pronounce that name.
Better than 6 salmon.
All right. So, Alward, as you're stepping out of the kitchen with your dish of cured salmon, salt, and sugar,
Gravlax? Garblax?
okay.
Is that
so when you
geologically accurate? Are there
Pablo.
salmon in this area?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Alward, as you step out of the kitchen with your Snorlax, you see a short figure with a hood pulled up around his face, and he's like stepping into the building and just like furtively looking around like he's in a spy movie.
It's not me, I promise.
I'm going to go to my table, sit down, give my mom her food, sit down. It's like, has Lena arrived? All while like staring at the small person with the hood.
And your mom's like, no, not yet. Who is that short fellow staring at you?
I don't know.
The hooded figure is like trying to look casual as he's walking towards your table.
I think he's coming over here now. What time? And I cast Time Sense again to know if it's around the time I'm expecting to meet a short individual here.
It's just after 4 o'clock, so still like almost an hour early.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know who. As he gets closer, who are you?
Just a wandering traveler, Ryquist says.
How are you here? Shouldn't you be at work?
Oh, you know, and he sits down at the table with you. Us wandering travelers come and go as we please.
Right. Let's have our conversation over there. And I point to like a table across the tavern. Yes.
All right, I'll wander on over. And he starts awkwardly walking across the tavern.
I think he's nervous about being seen here. And then I'm going to go over to wherever I pointed. do you have to hide under the hood?
Howard, it's me, Ryquist.
Yes, Master Ryquist, I know. Do you have to hide under the hood?
It's probably best if I'm not seen talking to you.
I mean, I know I'm not with the company anymore, but, I mean, we left on decently amicable terms. What
Howard, what have you been doing?
That's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about, but I was hoping not to do it so soon.
He reaches out and, like, gently, like, you know, like old people do, just, like, puts a hand on your hand. He's like, Howard, it's fine. I can hide you. I just need to know what's going on.
Hide me? I mean, I was going to ask if you can hold my family up for a bit, but I don't think I need hidden. What are you talking about?
Howard, you don't know?
Don't know what?
He looks around the room again. Howard, you're wanted for murder.
But I haven't murdered anyone.
That is exactly what I thought. I knew you didn't have it in you, but I don't know what's going on.
I don't know if I should take that as an insult. Well, how long have I been wanted for murder?
It's only been a couple days.
Oh, as sort of like a realization appears on Howard's face, and he's like, I didn't murder anybody, but that does make sense.
How does that make sense?
I'll tell you in a minute. First I want to know, is it Audir?
Yes.
Okay. First I need to know, anything you can tell me about Audir and their ties to the company.
Audir, he is bankrolling a lot of things here. He's the landlord for everything.
Oh.
Yeah, he owns the mine.
Why didn't we buy the mine?
Audio wasn't selling.
Right. That makes things a lot more difficult than I was hoping. I was really hoping it was the other way around and we were bankrolling them. Or you were bankrolling them.
Yeah, no, a lot of the funds are coming from us, but he could just kick us out.
Right. Do you know anything about his family?
I know you're said to have murdered part of it.
We'll get to that, I promise. And Howard, like, leans in conspiratorially and is like, look, their family is trying to, they're trying to, like, bring back a dead king and take over this land by force. Also, they, like, are just doing general crime.
I know.
Wait, about the crime or the dead king?
Well, okay, so technically I knew about both of them, but I didn't believe the first one until very recently.
Wait, how did you know about the first one?
Audia comes by and he talks about things, and I just thought he was crazy. You know, rich people are crazy.
Yeah. Give or take. I'm with the group of people who have been sort of systematically and actively trying to stop them.
I had heard rumors, but I did not believe them.
I'm sure you that those rumors are false. But yes.
I couldn't have asked that part of the conversation to go any better. Please resume.
So we went to talk to Brenger, and it didn't go well, and he attacked us, and he is with Pharasma now. I didn't do it. I don't know which one of us did, but yes.
So, how is this not murder?
Because he attacked us. We were trying to be amicable, wanting him to stop whatever he was doing.
Howard, I'm afraid it's going to be your word against theirs.
I understand that now.
How are you at legal lore?
I wouldn't say I'm trained quite yet. But so that kind of explains that. Could you do me a favor and hold my family up until I can buy a house? which is going to be very difficult now that I'm wanted.
I'll do what I can. I don't have a lot of room in my apartments, but I understand the situation. And Alward, I know you well. I know if someone had to die and you say that it was an accident and he was attacking you, I believe you.
I get in real close again. Don't tell her how I left the company.
Howard, you haven't told your mother.
I don't want her to blame herself. She knows I'm not with the company anymore.
Well, that does make this less awkward, marginally.
I'm sorry to ask so much of you, my old friend. Things are really tense in the area, and I can't go back to Chaliax, so.
I'll say so. So, is it true?
Is what true?
You're part of the resistance?
I wouldn't necessarily call us that. I mean, we haven't really met with any other parts of the resistance. We're just trying to stop bad people from doing bad things. Where did you hear that?
Alward, I'm proud of you.
Did you hear that from my landlord?
He didn't say who he was.
He wraps himself in shadow.
But I can tell But I can tell you, he was at least twice as skilled in the arts of subterfuge as I am.
You're skilled in the art of subterfuge?
I got this far, haven't I? And he puts his hood back up.
Well, I really did hope for a more non-businessy meetup to begin with and then sort of get into things, but I thank you. You still live?
Yes, still the same place.
Okay, I'll inform my mom. It's just going to be her and Lena. You don't have to worry about me, for now. And then I kind of chuckle at my own statement.
Right. You keep making the world better, and I'll make sure that your mother and your sister are looking after. Looking after?
On a lighter note, have you been able to go to that coffee shop I talked to you about?
Yes, I did go once or twice. My favorite roast was the I wanted to say Himalayan, but it's not the Himalayas.
The Mind Spin Mountains.
I'm gonna use it then. My favorite was the Mind Spin Yeti roast.
Oh, that is strong, but that is a good one.
It didn't quite make my mind spin as much as I thought it would.
Well, that's just the mountains are it's fine.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, I don't want to keep you if you're worried about being seen. But if you would like, I would enjoy talking with you a little while longer.
I should have some time. It does seem fairly empty here, and it's good to catch up.
And then I think we're just going to sit there and talk about all the goings on.
Mm-hmm. As they continue the conversation, we're going to go ahead and switch our focus back to the Enforcer's headquarters. In the back, halfway into the cellar in the prisons, as Jeremy, the guard, looks back up from the tray of food. He'd been pushing into the cell, and he just locks eyes with Neros and just goes, "Oh, you're right. This isn't enough. You need better food than this." And he pulls the tray back, and he's like, "Wait right there, just one moment."
Jeremy.
Yes.
Just a second. While you're getting that, could you show me where the kitchen is?
I mean, look, I like you, really, but I mean, I could get in huge trouble for letting you out.
No one has to know.
There are other guards out there. They will see. I mean, come on, surely there's something else.
I can think of something else. and I cast illusory disguise on myself to make me look like one of the enforcers.
Solid.
I mean, that's a really clever trick. I think that should fool anybody who doesn't, know you as well as I do. So he turns around and grabs some keys off the wall and opens the door.
Thank you, Jeremy. I think this is the beginning of a very beautiful friendship. Now, the kitchen?
Yes. You look like you're trying to be David.
Sure.
So I'll just have to call you David once we're out of here.
That works as long as I don't have to talk.
Okay. Okay. Follow me then, David.
She gestures like, after you.
And Jeremy leads you up the steps into the full, actual first level of the Enforcer's headquarters. And you're now out in the hallway, and he just kind of tips his head to the right and then starts going down that way.
I need you to first go get my stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, your stuff. I mean, okay, as long as we put it back when we're done, I don't think that should be too big of an issue.
We'll put it back.
Yeah. So it's actually just right here, and he goes over to a locker on the side of the room and opens it up.
Perfect.
Okay, so this was yours. This was yours. Pulls out a sack. I don't think this was... let's just take it. We can put it back later.
Yeah, let's just take it. Okay, yeah. Which way to the kitchen?
It's once we go through this door here, it's to the right. I'll show you.
I follow.
And just down the hallway leads you into a rather spacious and warmly lit kitchen. There's a bread oven and various different locations for cooking. They've got a fairly large number of enforcers to feed out of this kitchen.
Is there anyone else there?
There is a cook. She appears to be a dwarven woman.
Okay. Is there anyone out in the hall?
You passed by one other enforcer on your way by, just kind of standing guard by the entrance to...
So they weren't coming in?
Nope, they were just standing there.
Okay. I'm going to lean over to Jeremy and whisper, it's like, is there a door that leads outside?
He nods and just kind of dips his head towards the opposite side of the room where there appears to be a door going outside.
Let's go out for a smoke break.
He nods and then turns to the cook and is like, David and I are going to head out back for smoke break. She just looks up and is like, that time already? He's like, David's getting off early today, so I was just going to go out with him now.
Are you rolling deception?
Isolde shrugs and goes back to what she's doing.
Nice.
So Jeremy leads you to the opposite side of the kitchen, opens the door for you, and then kind of catches himself and just kind of goes out and just lets the door swing to you as you're following him.
And I walk outside and I shut the door behind me.
All right. What are we doing?
Well, this is the part where I say that I'm sorry. And I punch him.
Ooh.
I'll need a strike check.
Gwib's never got this kind of punishment.
Quibs didn't deserve it.
Just to be safe, I'm going to use a hero point. It wasn't bad, but I would like to see if I can roll higher. That's better. Not by much. That'll be a 23.
So, him just having stepped outside with his new friend, he's not expecting this, and he's flat-footed. So you get a critical success with your punch, and he's just kind of staggers for a little bit, and then crumbles.
Perfect. I really am sorry, Jeremy, but I'm not going down for this, and I run far, far away.
Run where?
The last I knew, all my friends were at the tavern, so I'm going to go back to the tavern.
All right.
Still disguised as an enforcer.
We're going to go ahead and change focus to Einar. And Einar, you were heading out of town, right?
I was. Einar, immediately after leaving the guard house or whatever it's called, he doesn't go to the tavern. He doesn't go to Alward's house. He takes a meandering route out of town. And specifically out of town where there's a clearing between the town and where the woods start. Although he's trying not to make it obvious, he's casually just checking behind him.
What's your perception bonus?
16.
Einar, there's an enforcer following you.
How many? Just one?
Just one.
He's
kind of keeping his distance, but you notice that, like, you know, after you take a turn and you kind of slow down a little bit and kind of just watch over your shoulder, he'll like start around the corner and then pull back and wait for you to get a little distance.
Noticing this, Einar kind of just inwardly nods its head like, kind of figured, and walks out of town, just towards the woods, just to see if he'd follow him out there.
As you make your way out of town, at first, he's kind of drifting further and further back and keeping more distance. But the further you get out of town, the more he starts closing that distance.
I'll make it to the tree line and try to just get out of line of sight.
What's your stealth bonus?
11.
So you duck behind some trees, break some line of sight, and you feel fairly confident that you've actually lost him. And paying close attention, you listen for his footsteps, and you hear him begin to pick up the pace, and you feel pretty sure that he also believes that he has lost you. As you're listening, you hear something that sounds like it could be an opportunity, as he is now moving at a near jog and is shortly about to pass right next to the tree that you're behind.
Okay. Einar ambushes him.
All right, and how do you do that?
He grabs a nearby branch and just goes to club him.
Gotcha. Go ahead and make a strike check for me.
Which is...
just like your normal weapon roll.
Okay.
Since we're playing with automatic bonus. Technically, it's an improvised weapon, so it'd be with a -2. But
well, that'd be a 33 with a -2.
What would you like to happen to him?
Him crumple.
So you're going for like a full knockout
Yeah.
or just stun?
Full knockout.
Oh, yeah. He comes jogging around the corner. Your tree limb clips him in the head. His head stays behind. His legs go out from under him, and he just collapses into the underbrush, and he is out cold.
Einar comes out and looks down at him. This is not going how I thought it would go. How did they find... Oh, that's how they found out. Alright. This can be fixed. Ish. And he, again, looks down at the guard, just picks him up, goes a little bit deeper into the woods, and hog ties him up, lifts him into the air because he doesn't want him to be in range of any animals. But the dude's gagged and tied up, and as best as he can, that he can't move or make a sound.
As you're finishing this, Zephyr and Val, you come out of the woods to find Einar hoisting a hog-tied and gagged enforcer into a tree.
I know, I didn't know you had a dark side.
No, this is more
Is that man okay, Einar?
He's fine.
You can see him breathing.
I mean, he'll have a splitting headache, and he'll probably be a bit numb.
Oh, just in case, you should probably fix the gag there. It looks like if he just slid something in his mouth, it'd probably fall out. So you should probably get that a little tighter.
Einar just looks at Zafir, looks up at the guard, reaches up and, and fixes the gag, as you said.
Thank you. Okay, so Neros is captured. You all are wanted. We all are wanted for murder. And Neros is in the guardhouse, captured, like I said before when I started this.
When did we murder anyone?
We did just kill an Erickson.
We didn't murder him. He's trying to kill us.
They don't kill that. They don't care.
Why wouldn't they care? They're enforcers. They are
They're on the-
officers of the law.
They're on the payroll of the Ericksons. Keep
What?
up.
Wait, what?
This isn't the first time I've been wanted for murder, so...
That explains
That
so
explains a lot.
much.
Well, I mean, background, yes, that makes sense.
So we can't trust anyone who's a guard in
Did you
any
just
place?
Did you just figure this out?
When have I been around a place with guards?
He just looks at. Oh, right. Okay, Ericksons, crime family.
Right.
They have people on payroll, and anywhere they have operations. Tomgruv
Okay.
is part of their operations.
There are guards that could accept money from criminals.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, lots of them. I've had lots... Never mind.
What? Breaking their oaths like that?
Yes, easy. Quite easy, actually. You'd be surprised.
Huh. Well, this changes everything.
Right. So, we don't trust everyone we meet.
I'm aware. I'm learning.
Do you know
Very
where
sad.
Alwood's family is?
I don't.
They're at the tavern.
I was just checking in case he knew.
In fact, the only reason I know about this is because I saw her getting taken to the guardhouse. I went in to go post bail because I thought she just caused some mischief.
So
And then I found out. And I saw my own poster in there.
Wait, so why didn't you get arrested?
Probably because they wanted me to sniff out all of you.
Oh.
So that
Hence
means
this guard that was following me.
we need to make
They'll
sure.
probably be looking for him soon.
So we need to make sure our family's safe
Absolutely.
and break Neros out of jail and then get out of town.
I'm going to break Neros out of jail, but you guys need to make sure Alwood's family is safe.
I mean, it should.
I
If they're at
will-
the tavern, it should be a quick just swing by, and we can still help you break Neros out.
I'm not going to the tavern.
Then you come with me.
Yes, I have broken people out of prison before.
Perfect. You go make sure Alwood's family is out of town and safe.
Okay.
They need to leave now,
Okay.
because they will be implicated if they don't already know.
Among other things.
Right. Okay.
He just looks at you weirdly.
I mean, I could have Sigrun check on them, and I could still go with you.
A smaller team would be best.
That's fair. It's understandable.
I'll
I'll go take care of him and see if I can find Howard. Hopefully, he's with them, and I'll let him know everything that's going on as well.
Perfect.
I'll tell him all about
And-
the crime family paying enforcers.
You you see Einar take off his cloak, that woolen cloak that he's always worn, and carefully fold it up and then pull out something that'd be very familiar to all of you, the wolf cloak.
Oh, Bringer's wolf.
Bringer's wolf cloak.
Oh,
Wow.
what a thing to get us in more trouble.
Oh, you have that thing?
Yes, I kept it.
Oh,
It is very nice.
I thought maybe it was just gone because I heard he turned it to a giant wolf monster.
Yeah, yes, he did, but he turned back.
Oh, well, that's nice that the magic is fine.
He's dead. There's no more magic.
I think that cloak's probably still magical.
Oh, I thought it was just him.
Oh, is it? Man, I don't know what's.
Look,
I'm going to the tavern.
I don't have much of a plan here. I just know we can't leave it in until tomorrow.
All right, I will. There's that clearing just over there. I'll get us out to there, and we'll wait for you. If we can, we'll have Howard's family just go on without us.
Right.
But me and Howard should be here waiting for you.
I do want to make things clear as well. We do need to be out of here probably tonight.
Yes. Agreed.
Well, yeah.
Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of bad things happening.
We've been dealing with another bad thing.
Oh, you lot. Right. Yes. I don't have much of a plan here. The idea with this cloak is that I go in pretending to be one of his men or something at night.
Oh, okay.
It's fair.
Look, I don't want to kill anyone if I can.
Please don't. I would really appreciate if you didn't.
I know you would.
On the offhand, I will say that you do notice that my eyes are the light blue color that I mentioned earlier.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Not the red anymore.
Not red. I don't think he's in a mindset to notice that right now, so I'll get to that later.
All right. I'm going now. Goodbye. Be safe.
Tell Alward that... Just say hi.
I think he'll understand.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. As Einar puts on the cloak.
It's warm and fits well.
I should note, as Val's going back in, she's going to put her helmet on when she goes into town.
The look on Sven's face of shock when nothing happened.
I haven't done a certain thing yet, and I'm holding off.
You start to feel an intense hunger for meat.
You could go for a steak.
That's Einar in general.
Oh, look, there's a steak.
Hanging from the tree.
Eat your friend.
We're going to change scenes again. And now we are at the tavern, where Alward and Rehnquist are wrapping up the more friendship side of their conversation, having concluded all of the important business talk.
It just occurred to me that the implications of what you told me way earlier, I'm going to let you go. I need to, well, would you take my family with you now?
Yes, just to make sure that they are safe, of course.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to walk over to my mom. I'm assuming Lena's there already.
Yes, the kids
Yeah.
got here a while back.
So you're going to go with Master Rehnquist here. He's going to hold you up for a while. You haven't seen me in about a month, okay? If anybody asks.
Valia just nods. Is like, I don't know what's going on, but you've been out adventuring for a while.
You didn't see me today.
Right, no.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was hoping that I would be able to stay longer this time, but I don't think I don't think we'll be able to.
Albert, I understand. Sometimes the safest thing is if I just don't know what's going on.
I sort of nod, and then I'm going to nod to Rehnquist as well, and then start heading out to find the others.
As you're heading in that direction, the door to the tavern opens and an enforcer steps inside.
Go to the bathroom and get out the window.
I go to the bathroom and get out the window. No. I'm at seeing that. The room is going to freeze, and Alward's going to slip out past the enforcer as he casts time jump.
Nice. So, Alward, you are outside. Time resumes, and the enforcer looks around, walks up to the barkeeper, and is like, I'm looking for some troublemakers. Barkeeper just stands up with a couple nails still in his mouth and a hammer and goes, well, who you looking for? And the enforcer pulls out a paper and starts laying out some wanted posters. And he's like, some murderers we have reason to believe are in town. The barkeeper kind of looks down at him, picks up like a bottle of brandy and just like sets it down on top of Alward's wanted poster and goes, oh, sorry about that. Now why don't you get out of my bar? The enforcer just looks at him.
Not even being subtle.
He's like, I'll leave these posters here in case any of your patrons feel like they have a duty to society. and walks out of the tavern. After just another beat longer, another enforcer walks into the tavern. This one looks an awful lot like David.
It's actually David.
Is the other enforcer still there?
No, you passed him on your way in.
Oh, okay, perfect.
David's eating it.
Exactly.
Yep. Mm-hmm. As I enter the tavern, I look around for any of my friends.
So I just realized if she goes to ask anybody who knew I was here where I went, it's like, he just kind of disappeared.
No one's gonna talk to an enforcer in that
Well,
bar.
No, because since I cast Time Sense, it basically looks like I teleported.
Yeah,
You mean time jump?
Time jump,
You're
yeah.
just heading for the door, and then next thing everybody knows, oh, he's gone. I knew he was heading for the door, but I guess I just missed when he actually left.
Must have been the wind.
So inside, there seems to be just like 2 or 3 patrons who are just kind of hanging out. But then in one corner of the room, there's a short hooded figure standing next to Valia and Lena and Diedrich.
Okay. I have nothing to say to them. I turn around and leave.
So from the tavern goer's perspective, an enforcer walks in, tries to set up some wanted posters, gets a cold reception, so he leaves. Another enforcer just walks in, looks around, and leaves.
I mean, for all they know, that he's looking for the same people.
Yeah.
The bartender could like
Would I-
give him a bad look, just like a scowl.
Would I see Alward anywhere?
I have no way to hide myself.
Yeah, unless you're like booking it as soon as you leave or using that like warp step to move particularly quickly.
I can only do that one more time. So no, I can't. But yeah, I have no way to hide or I just did that to get out of the door. And I guess I was panicking because I don't know where my friends are. So I'm just like,
Yeah, so Neros, then as you step back out of the tavern, you would see Alward. You somehow missed him, like you never actually saw him leaving the tavern, but he's heading out of the square outside of the tavern.
Okay. I'm going to try and catch up to him.
so I see an enforcer chasing me. So I'm just going to like quicken his pace as the enforcer following me quickens their pace.
I'm gonna look around for any other cops. Are there any other cops around?
No, it's getting towards the end of the day, and most people are like wrapping up their work and heading home.
Okay. I'm going to duck, like, I don't know, like behind a crate or something, dismiss illusory disguise, and like try to catch up to Alward.
So Alward, you notice an enforcer following you, and you quicken your pace, and you hear the enforcer quicken their pace. And then as you're starting to go a little faster, you hear the enforcer falter a bit, and now they're running even faster towards you.
Bolden!
Does it sound like the
It's-
enforcer or you?
No, me, because
Oh,
I just
okay.
dismissed the spell.
Sort of in a panic, Alward takes a minute to realize that it's a voice he recognizes, and then turns around and goes, Neros, oh good, we're wanted for murder.
No, I'm aware. We need to go.
I know, where are the others?
I don't know, but
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know where they... Look, I just broke out of jail. We need to get out of town.
You went to jail?
Yes!
We have to find them.
I don't know where they are.
Well,
We can't talk in the middle of the street.
Okay.
Neros and Alward, as you're having this discussion, you hear hurried footfalls coming down the road towards you.
What? You're good at hiding. What do we do?
Just get over there. And we duck into an alley.
And as you are waiting in that alley, then you see Val go running by.
Oh.
Val! Val!
Oh, she stops. She has like her whole armor, like her helmet's on and everything. And she's like, oh, hello.
Get over here.
Yes, I was about to tell you all. We're wanted for murder.
Yes, I know. I know.
Neros is in jail.
I'm
No,
right
she's
here.
right there.
Oh, right. Hi. Good
I
to
was
see
in
you.
jail.
Are your family safe?
Yeah, they're with a friend. It's fine.
Excellent.
It's
All right.
fine, right?
The others
They're fine.
Okay.
They're
others
fine.
are outside of town
Oh.
waiting for
Okay, we need to
breaking Neuros out, so they're going to be waiting for us.
Oh well, let's go.
Howard,
What?
Did you know the enforcers work for the Aridsons?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I knew they worked for the. It doesn't matter.
We should go out of town.
You two. Are you willing for me to cast a spell on you?
What kind of spell?
It'll make you look not like
That
yourself.
sounds fine, sure.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, poof.
I love that. Kaboof.
Those are some pretty good magical words
We
there.
we all look not like ourselves now.
What do you look like?
Me?
Yeah,
Like the old lady who tripped you.
Ooh,
Bippity boppity kaboof.
time shenanigans. It was actually you in a disguise that tripped yourself so that all of this could take place.
Hold on. Time!
I don't know. Like a human, because apparently they're racist.
I mean, that makes sense. None of us except for Val are human. And even Val's not human.
Not
I-
anymore.
How dare you?
all right. So then, as the night is beginning to gather, we see 3 nondescript humans making their way out of town.
Calmly, casually.
An enforcer just kind of nods at you as you go by.
Thanks.
Alward is sweating bullets.
It's very warm out.
Yep.
And as the 3 of you make your way out of town and head towards the woods where you knew that Einar and Zephyr would be waiting, Einar and Zephyr, the 2 of you hear footsteps approaching where you're now waiting outside of town, waiting for dark to fall.
I'm currently hiding in a tree.
Blast. Maybe it's more guards were coming up to find where this one went.
Quick, come up here.
No, I have a better idea. And he raises the hood.
This clearly has given Jordy much pause.
I've been wanting to do this for so long.
Does it make you into a doggy?
I don't know what it does. That's why I wanted to do it.
That's dangerous,
That
playing
could
with
be
things
very
that you don't
bad.
It could be very
understand.
bad.
I'm just doing what Uver did.
Putting.
You know,
Putting us in danger.
for the second time in this show, we're going to end the episode with Sven's character putting an unknown magical item on his head.
To be fair, he doesn't know it's
Before
magical.
we go, though,
Burns.
Sven, make me a will save.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
I like it.
I bet nothing happens.
So do I.
Oh, I swear. If we come back and you're like, your head is now warm.
Oh, he's
Oh,
spending
no.
a hero
Oh,
point.
no.
No, it's spend no hero points. It's the end of the episode. Sorry.
That's a new rule.
It's a new rule. You can't use hero points on episode ending
that is
roll.
That rule
not-
sucks.
That is not how I want to leave that.
Did you get like
what
a
was
1?
the original roll?
2?
Oh.
One.
Shut up, Sam.
That's better.
Oh,
29.
Nice.
it's not as fun.
As you pull the hood up around your head, you feel your blood begin to race and your heart begins to beat faster as you begin to see red and just a surge of anger begins to overtake you. And that is where we'll end this episode.
Einar's gonna kill us all.
I'm just gonna
He
be like.
has the ability
He's gonna
to.
be like a wolf man. I'm like, don't worry, it's just Einar. He's gonna start eating my throat. Get him off of me.
He's a fighter. He
I
can murder
wanted
us.
to know what this thing does.
Not the time for that, Sven.
All right, and the hero point for this episode goes to Abby for the epic jailbreak that went very smoothly using her character abilities, but also just really thinking through the consequences of how she approached the situation.
Smoothly. Epic. That's questionable. Anyway, thank you for this. I am going to go take a nap. I think it's prime napping weather right now.
And we will see you all in the next episode.
Yay.
Sven, what have you done?
This has been an Atomic Broadcasting production. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to give us some support by liking, commenting, and following. These things really do make a difference in getting the word out and helping our community grow. Also, make sure to check us out on Threads and check out the Discord server, where you can chat with other fans and discuss all the recent developments and happenings. Links to all these good things in the description below. The Written in the Lost is an original story that uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's fan content policy. Atomic Broadcasting and The Written and the Lost are not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, have an atomic time.
Everything okay?
No.